Hi, I'm Zaina Juliette.
It's Zaina Juliette and Friends. Stay tuned for great conversation and music each week. And now, here's Zaina.
Hi, I'm Zaina Juliette, and you're watching Zaina Juliette and Friends. Today I have with me entrepreneur, hip-hop artist, Born Devine. He's an incredible entertainer, and he has a lot to say. And he's going to take us on this journey of being a hip-hop artist in today's industry. We'll be right back. Lubo, rock him on the guitar! Hit 'em hard, hit 'em hard. Hit 'em hard, hit 'em hard. Hit 'em hard, hit 'em hard. Gonna hit the stage and I'm gonna hit 'em hard. Hit 'em hard, hit 'em hard. Hit 'em hard, hit 'em hard. Hit 'em hard, hit 'em hard. Gonna hit the stage and I'm gonna rock 'em hard. And we're back, and I'm sitting here with my friend, Born Devine. Many people call him Born Devine, and you will see why in a minute. He is an outstanding entertainer, hip-hop artist, and businessman. Born Devine, what amazes me is he has his own distribution company, and he has lots of artists underneath him. He is incredible. We're going to talk about his story. Warren, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It is an honor to have you on the show, and I've been following you and your music, and recently you were spotlighted on a previous show that I did, and I must say that people were calling me from everywhere talking about how they love your work, how they love your passion, and you know, some of them were quite shocked that didn't even listen to hip hop or rap music, and they loved your story. And it's all about that. It's all about the artistry of it, the poetry of it. Let's tell the audience how you became a hip hop artist, your journey, how you got started, and what's really amazing is Born Devine is a part of the Wu-Tang Family. This is very big. Tell us your story.
First of all, I want to say thank you for having me on the spotlight. It's an honor and a pleasure to be on your show and even in your presence, because you're a great performer yourself. You know, and I've watched a lot of your videotape, your videos, and you're very creative and dynamic. And that was the inspiration for me, is the creativity of many artists. You know, I've studied all of the greats, from the Michael Jacksons to the Prince, since I was a young child, because my uncle Jay Wright, also known as Sir Ram, plays bass. So growing up, they had a band, and my uncle Melvin, Mr. Music, Melvin Wright, he was a singer, soul singer, and their band used to play a lot of cover songs of Parliament, and they used to play Prince songs and Michael Jackson songs. So as a child, I always grew up around music. And I think it was about 88, 87, my uncle started DJing parties. So he came home, he had turntables, and he played the first hip hop record that I ever heard at the time. I think it was Run DMC at the time, and then after that, LL Cool J. So I became a hip hop fan early.
Yes.
And then as I grew, I never really thought that I really even had an opportunity to make it, or really had, or if I was that good. But
it was in your soul.
It was there. It was there.
And you grew up around that, and growing around listening to Parliament, Funkadelics, and all that. A lot of the rap music had those beats and that kind of funk in it, which make those songs great hits. You know, it was already in you from your family.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely implanted in me. Cause my Uncle Jay, when I was a baby, he would go to band practice, me on one shoulder and his bass on the other shoulder. So it was definitely in me. And I guess over time, I know after I graduated high school, for a while, I just used to rap for fun.
Oh.
You know, it was just a hobby.
And
and then a friend of mine, when I was going through some things, trials and tribulations after high school, I was actually incarcerated. And I was railroaded as a young man.
Oh my God.
You know, it was trials and tribulations, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
We save
but
that
see,
for.
because of those type of things, that's where you get your artistry from. You can tell great stories, and when you're doing your songs, you look back at those times, and that is where your hits come from. Is that passion, that realness of what you've actually gone through. Yeah.
Absolutely. A friend of mine, while I was incarcerated, though, told me he thought that I had the skills to make it. Told me, he was a little older than me, and he told me, he said, listen, if you take it serious and you study the business, don't just be a rapper, be a businessman and an artist. And he showed me what he was doing, because he was a graphic artist. And he had a whole business plan laid out. He had clothing lines designed. He had grant programs that he had researched. He had web design, what he wanted his website to look like. Everything was mapped out.
Wow.
And he told me, he said, young brother, when you leave here, don't ever come back. He said, because when I leave, I'm gonna build a whole new reality for myself, and this is my blueprint. He said, develop your blueprint.
That was some amazing advice. And you know, being in this business, and especially as a hip hop artist and any type of artist, the most important thing is building your brand. It's more than just music, and you are on point, because what makes you successful is all those things combined. Your brand, your artistry, your business, your merchandise.
Right.
You know, I think a lot of artists could learn from what you just said.
Yeah, it was a great experience at that time.
See all of the African, all our relatives and all that, you know, it's this expression of freedom. And I'm just expressing my freedom through my music right now.
Never knowing that I would actually come home and meet the legendary Capadonna from the Wu-Tang Clan.
Wow.
And that was like a 2-part meeting, all by divine intervention.
Wow.
You know, I was actually in a rap battle for the local radio station, 92Q. They had a Friday night rap battle, and Capadonna, Raekwon the Chef, and Ghostface Killer were the judges. And I still wasn't all the way free yet, I should say. I was on home detention upon release. And I called, and they voted for me to win the battle.
Awesome. And
then the station held me on hold, but nobody came back on the line, so I just hung up. And that was in 2000. Well, 2004, I was completely off of everything and moving forward with life. 2005, my business partner, we had opened up a clothing store, retail clothing in Baltimore.
Nice.
And he turned around and met Capadonna on election day. he was telling Capadonna about me. He introduced me to Capadonna, and we became brothers, friends, brothers. Then I started doing music with him.
Wow.
You know, just on a humble invite. You know, he didn't even know that I was the guy on the phone that night that won the rap battle.
Wow.
He didn't even know. For like a whole month, we never even really talked about music like that.
Oh my gosh. For our friends at home and everyone who's watching who do not know who the Wu-Tang is, why don't you give them a brief summary on who are
Wu-Tang Clan is from Staten Island, New York, one of the largest and greatest hip hop group in the world, in the business, really. You know, they've been the only group that have been able to keep, for 25 years, keep 10 individuals, 10 of the hottest hip hop artists in the world together as a group for 25 years. And that's unheard of. Like, all groups, New Edition, Temptations, a lot of groups have broken up over the years and went their own separate ways. But for them to come into the business with a game plan to be able to separate, do their solo projects, and all still come back together under one banner and continue to progress as a group is a testament in itself.
Right, and they have a huge fan base. People all over the world love the Wu-Tang Clan. I want to take a break, and we're going to watch some video on Born Devine, and we'll be right back after this.
No more. Yo, I'm at the door. When I hit, I'm gone, sir. I ain't with that same foolishness no more. Yeah, it took a minute, but finally came my time for it. They underestimate my passion and my grind for this. But preparation and opportunity spell success. Don't need to be the best or even work harder. Just make my moves precise because I plan smarter. Keep it 100 business because I'm more than an artist. It's been a curse and a gift ever since the movement started. Cut off a lot of ties because most cats is weak-hearted and can't hold water. When it come to catching charges, I'm swift and changeable because it's hard to touch a moving target. It's politics and everything, so I run with bosses. Plus a few shooters with murder, land, rocket launchers. We all hustlers, so we trap money and live lawless. Middle finger to the world because I made it regardless. All the way to the top, I hear them all talking. So I'ma wait at the top and make the stars a talk. I'm at the door. When I hit, I'm gone, sir. I ain't with that same foolishness no more. And yo, I'm at the door. When I hit, I'm gone, sir. I ain't with that same foolishness no more. And yo, I'm at the door. When I hit, I'm gone, sir. I ain't with that same.
It was amazing, and I want you guys to see that, to see the passion and the artistry that this handsome, talented artists have. You know, I want all of you to know that rap music is not just people talking and just talking gibberish. It's an art form, it's artistry, they tell stories. It's passion, it's something, it's a culture, you know, and it's the same type of culture you will find in any other forms of music. And it's huge, it's all over the world. Everyone loves rap music. And I suggest sometimes you take some time out to listen to the words, listen to the poetry. It's not easy to write, and a lot of the stories come from the heart. With that being said, I want to turn to Devine, and I want to talk to you about your upcoming CDs. You have some here. You have amazing songs and CDs, and let's talk about some of the things that you have coming, your CDs coming out. Wu-Tang is going into the Hall of Fame, correct?
25th year anniversary this year, and they've been nominated Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Outstanding.
You know
hear that? And I heard it. I heard about it on. I was watching MSNBC and CNN, and they both brought up.
You know, that was a blessing for me as well. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna let you see how the verse goes.
Let me hear it.
You heard other raps before, but kept waiting for the son of song. I keep dance hall strong. Beats another worthy of my cause. A prolonged extravaganza. Time sits still. No propaganda. Be wary of the skill as I bring forth the music. Make love to your eardrum. Dedicated to rap.
I was an artist also on Protecting Neck Records. I started right here with the Capitalized Project as the most featured artist on that with Capadonna, and then the Wu-Tang Saga featuring Capadonna. I'm featured on that movie. And then I became an artist on Protect Your Neck Records, where I put out my first official commercial project worldwide, Black Diamonds Classic Hip Hop. Nice. This is where the video I'm Gonna Soar comes from. That was the leading single off of the album. Yes. I started with some major features. I have a single out with Neo, nice. One of Las Vegas' own, superstar. It's called No Secrets. That came out in the 2016, as well as another song with Yo Gotti, who signed to Rock Nation, CMG, Rock Nation. They're a very huge hip hop group. And after that, I did a single with Flo Rida, another major hip hop and pop star. Also, Sean Paul, he and I have a song together. I did a song with Beanie Siegel and Godfather Part 3 from Infamous Mob. So I've just been working on new singles, and recently I did a video called Killer Bees Trap. Shot it right here in Vegas.
Let's talk about you as an entrepreneur. You have your own distribution company. Right. But what is really great about this is you give distribution to independent artists. And I think it's wonderful what you're doing. And tell the audience how many artists you have under your distribution.
Well, I got 870 artists on our platform that we distribute worldwide. Yes. I manage their digital portfolios. They put out videos, they put out music. Yes. I do marketing and promotion for them. And also at the end of 2016, Protect Your Neck Records has elected me to be the vice president of their label, which is under Wu-Tang Management. So those 870 plus all of the artists and staff that's under their company, I help manage all of that and make it work. That's mind-blowing. That's like a lot of artists. So we got Wu Wednesday radio show on OTRadio702.com. Right. That's the radio version. We also have Wu Wednesday live video show on WeTV.com. We also are getting ready to relaunch Wu Wednesdays live as a live event here in Las Vegas, hopefully in the near future.
You know, Las Vegas is an interesting place. It has so many different forms of music, and but it hasn't really tapped into the hip hop world. I mean, it was there for a moment, and then everything just kind of like, went away. And
we had a bad rap after Tupac got killed here.
Yes, and I want you to tell the audience, educate them on, this bad rap and how everyone is not the same. Everyone, I mean, there's a few people that do bad things in every culture and every type of music. But in hip hop, they focus on it. Right. But there's so much really good hip hop. There's so much good rhythm and blues. There's so many good artists that are doing positive things. Everything is not, negative. And I would like for Vegas to embrace that.
Well, hip hop is the urban kids' form of blues, because we telling our story. Yeah. And that's really all it's about. So if we grow up in a negative environment, then some of our music is going to have negative content. But no person in the world is one-sided. No person in the world is all positive or all negative. Right. Life is a duality, and people are too. So we're going to have ups and we're going to have downs, and music is how we communicate that. Yeah. So that's so it.
Universal. I just think that it's really important that people do not stereotype or, make assumptions, because I think if we just take music as a whole, all types of rock, soul, funk, blues, jazz, I even love classical, I love all kinds of music, and we just see it as it is, an art. Right. You have different types of paintings, we have different types of films. See music as an art, and we need to support our local artists, whether they're rappers, rockers,
That's right.
But whatever there is, and me, that's why I say I want to make this that platform. I want this to be that platform where we spotlight and support our local talent and international talent, because they're coming from all over the world. But people do not know what we have here in Born Devine. You are doing something. You're doing what I want to do in the hip hop community.
I appreciate that. That's great. One of the greatest compliments for me right now. But bringing that original hip hop culture, it's all about expression.
Yes.
You know, we all look for our mediums of expression, and some people will explode if they can't express themselves.
That's right. That's a whole other audience that we're going to learn about.
Peace. You know, peace is the absence of all confusion. You only have confusion when you're broke.
The previous video that we were watching, and the one that I aired on the last show, that one was really powerful to me. I want to know what was the inspiration of that song and how that song came about?
Oh man, there's a lot of inspiration revolving that song.
Yeah.
Because at the time, there was a lot in the news about the like a war going on with Islam, and you know, it was all in the news.
Wow, yeah.
So the videographer, he's from Bosnia, young Muslim brother, goes to college. Right. You know, he goes to college for film, and he wants to do movies. His name's Addy Play. So he was saying to me, like, listen, I have a concept I'd like to put to this song. I don't know if you'll agree with it. I said, let me see it. He showed me the concept. I said, let's do it. And the main reason why was because at the end, when you see I pull out the Quran and they have guns, is because we trying to show society as a whole that it's not the religion that does bad things. No religion has bad principles. They all have relatively the same principles.
I agree, yes.
But you have bad people and everything that goes on. So when you pulling guns out on people, or you doing stuff to people, whether you're a police officer, whether you're a military person, whoever you are, you may pull a gun out on somebody who's unarmed, and all they're armed with is the word of God or their religious belief. You know, so that was the inspiration behind the video, and that's why we made it. Plus, we addressed another issue, which was domestic violence. That's why we had the young lady, and that goes on a lot in religious aspects, in Islam, in even in just secular life, it goes on. So we kind of two-part addressed that and gave them a message in the music at the same time. So that was all the inspiration that revolved around that song.
That was incredible, that video, and whatever the message was, I got it instantly. But whatever it is, you felt it. You felt it. And what I really love is the ending part. It was powerful, where it got silent and it's just flashing the photos of the camera was on the actors. The actors were incredible.
Oh yeah, they were great. All actors, interns from, they were drama students and actors and actresses from a local college. So it was a powerful day shoot all day. And the overall message was no weapon formed against me shall prosper at the end of the day.
And you see what I'm saying, friends? It's like if you mix the artistry, you have filmmaker with outstanding actors, an incredible musician, writer, and hip-hop artist. You combine the three and you have something very special. I want to know more about your shows and your radio show. I know you have something where you get to have artists can submit to you, and maybe there's some rappers out there or hip-hop artists that want to make a submission to your show, or even for you to hear them.
Oh, absolutely.
Reach you.
They can go on www.indie, that's INDIEBOOM.com, indieboom.com. You can opt in and set up a profile, become a part of the community, And once you set up a profile, I actually go through all of the profiles and listen to artist music. You can upload music, you can upload video. I personally watch your video, I listen to your music, I read your bio, I look at your photo gallery. It's kind of like a Reverb Nation because you can also distribute your music directly from the site. And people, you can have your fans go and listen to your music there as well. You can share it on all your social media sites. It's a very dynamic platform. Also, you can email me your MP3s and your MP4s to WooWednesdayLive@gmail.com. WooWednesdayLive@gmail.com. You can send me your information there, and I will review it.
I think it's incredible. Why I think this is so incredible is because a lot of people in the industry, I don't know if you knew, Reverb or the record labels, anywhere you send your material or your videos, anything, it will be very rare that the actual person and CEO will actually watch it personally. That is really unheard of. It has to go through A&R. People, sometimes they just throw it away. So the opportunity is really great with Born Devine because he's actually giving you that opportunity to really be seen and to get out there. So, but you gotta be good.
Gotta be good.
You gotta be good. You gotta put in the hard work and the passion like he does. You are very inspirational, and there is so much to you and your journey.
Thank you.
You know, and I want to know a lot more. You're gonna have to keep coming back and visit me right here.
Anytime.
Same as you did in Friends. We'll see you again next week. Same place, same time. Love you and bye-bye.
You can see that this is the awakening. It's a psychedelic novelty of modulation. Don't ask why, just open up your eyes. It's a deeper psychedelic phase of the awakening. Drop the bass. Zaina, I'm gonna rock it like that. Zaina gonna rock the hood. What? I'm gonna rock it like that. Zaina gonna rock the hood. I'm gonna rock it. Do it like that. Who's gonna rock the house? Click, click. There's no place like home.